If you have pain in the back of your knee, like you have a piece of gum that's bothering you and keeping you from bending your knee, a small lump that is easily palpable. Most likely, you have a Baker's cyst, but don't worry, these cysts are relatively normal and can appear as we get older. They're nothing more than a part of the fluid we have inside the joint, which protrudes outward from the back, settling between the hamstring muscles. They usually disappear naturally, and only in very rare cases is a minor surgical procedure necessary. Today I'm going to show you a few very effective exercises that will help you reduce those symptoms and improve their reabsorption. So that on one hand you start taking care of your knee and begin doing exercises that improve your health, and on the other hand to completely avoid that possible surgery. To do the exercises we will only need a sheet of paper, a belt and a couch like this one to support ourselves. The first exercise is knee flexion extension. It's very common to lose knee flexion when we have this type of condition. What we're looking for is to give it mobility, compression, decompression, so that the fluid moves freely, a negative pressure effect is produced, and the pressure is reduced. And for symptoms in your back, lean against your sofa, the floor, or your bed, wherever you prefer, because the sheet has to slide. We place that sheet on the floor so it slides properly, and watch how I do it. I bend my knee as much as I can until I start to feel some discomfort. Some of you will bend a lot, others will bend a little, others will be here. It's okay. Everyone works within their own abilities. For greater comfort, you can keep your right leg bent or even place a cushion here behind your lower back to make it more comfortable for you. The position. We bend, hold the position for a few seconds at the limit of pain, and then use our hands to help stretch. 2. We're only going to do 10 repetitions. If you like, you can repeat it as many times as you want. 3. The discomfort should be light, very mild. We would say a 4 or a 5 at most on a scale from 0 to 10. And what does this mean? 4, well, 0 means no pain at all, and 10 is the worst pain you've ever experienced in your life. So, as long as it stays in a low discomfort range, we can work on it properly without any kind of problem. 5, let's do 5 more together here with me. Let's bend a little more. I'm sure that with each repetition you'll be able to go a little further and you'll notice how that knee gives way. Each time there are fewer limitations. 6, extend. We bend, that's it. 7, extend. 'We bend. If you feel discomfort after 5 or 6, stop. This means you've pushed yourself enough. 7, 8, I don't know. Let's go for the last 2. That's 9. Last repetition. I bend. I bring that knee to the max for a really good feeling of mobility, and I relax. Very good exercise. Let's get rid of that sheet and continue with the lying on your back position, spreading out this mat I have here for a stretch of the Sural discs. For the second exercise, we'll need a belt. I brought this elastic band. You can use a blanket, you can use a towel, whatever you need. The goal is to lie down and stretch. The hamstring muscles are the muscles located right behind the thigh, and that Baker's cyst usually slides between the hamstrings. Therefore, stretching them and reducing that tension can help decrease compression. We'll lie on our back and use a small pillow for head comfort. Here it comes. I place it right under my head. I'm going to adjust it a bit to feel better. And what I'm going to do is hook that elastic band right under my foot. Like this. The opposite leg, I prefer to keep it completely straight. If you have lower back discomfort, you can bend it, or you can place another small cushion here right under your back. Once we have everything ready, very simple, just ensure that that's it. We're going to stretch the leg in question completely, pull the tip of the foot towards me, and from here, keeping that tension in the foot, that leg completely straight, I want you to start lifting up slowly until you start to feel some tightness in the back of your leg. Like I said, you can use a blanket, you can use a towel, you can use several belts at the same time. This isn't necessary, I'm just using it so you can see it clearly. From this moment on, I already start to feel tension in the back. Each of you has a different flexibility. Women can probably reach higher, men lower. You raise your leg until you start to feel that tension, always keeping that knee completely straight. Some people can take it to the ceiling. I'll stay here. Just hold it. Simple. And the position for 30 seconds. We'll do 3 sets of 10, increasing the tension and pulling the leg higher after each set. Let's start. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Raise it a little. 3. Much more tension. 4. Notice the knee tends to bend, not stay straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Raise it higher. Lots of tension. Last 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Bend that knee a little, support it, breathe. If you want, you can do a second set, and we'll move on to the next exercise. It's going to be a bridge on the couch. We've stretched those posterior muscles. Now we're going to strengthen them with a glute bridge exercise. We pick up that cushion, remove the band, turn around and get close to the couch again. We lie down with our glutes facing the couch. Place our feet on the couch and lie completely on the floor. Notice how comfortable this pillow will be right when we place it under our head. From here, pay close attention. I want you to have your legs completely stretched out and the tips of your feet not pointing up, but slightly outward. Look closely there at the edge of the screen. There I have it. Here I have it pointing outward. Let those feet fall outward because that ensures a greater contraction of the gluteal muscles, the gluteus maximus and the hamstring muscles, which are located at the back of your leg. From here, arms on both sides of your body. I want you to take a breath. And as you exhale, lift your pelvis straight up, as if you wanted to draw a straight line from your shoulder to your ankle. Squeeze your glutes tightly at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax and let it drop. That's 1 rep. Let's go for 10 together. Pay close attention. Legs fully stretched, feet pointing outward, strong glute contraction at the top. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. We touch down, and as soon as we touch, we go back up again without resting, like we have a credit card between our butt cheeks. 3, 4, 5 is squeezing really hard up. We go down, down, up. By doing this, you're also working all those hamstring muscles. Both the glutes and the hamstrings are extremely important. We go down, that's 4. Let's do 1 more. And then I'll show you a slightly more complicated variation for those of you who have more ability. 5. What I'm going to do now is bring my buttocks closer to the couch. Can you try it? If it's too hard, keep doing the variation I showed you. If it feels okay, continue with this harder one. I'm putting my feet on the couch edge with my knees at 90 degrees. My arms are placed on both sides of my body, and from here I lift my legs up as high as I can. The wider the range, the harder it gets. I contract my glutes, maintain a straight line from knee to shoulder, and lower slowly. We've done 1, let's do 4 more. Touch down and up. 2 touch down and up. 3, come on. Last 2 touch down and up. 4, last rep, touch down and up. 5. Very good, great quality here and here. Let's rest with small rocking movements with the legs. And we breathe very well. We have done exercises lying down, mobility, stretching, strengthening of the posterior chain. Now we are going to do a functional step down exercise, and then we'll finish with an extremely pleasant posture. Let's go for it. And the next exercise is the most demanding of all, since we are going to imitate going down the stairs. An exercise that challenges the stability and strength of your knee. To do it, you will need a small book. The thicker the book, the harder the exercise will be. I forgot to mention at first, the video slipped my mind. If you have a hard time keeping your balance on one leg, either because you have pain or because you fall frequently, it's very important. It's essential that you have a cane to support yourself, or a wall or a chair or a person. We always have to do these exercises with complete safety. This exercise is simple. We'll start without a cane, then I'll show you how to use one. We'll place the working leg, the left leg, on the book. I'm going to lean lightly against the wall and bend the opposite leg. Notice that the leg that's working is the one that's resting on the book. From here, I can rest my hands at my waist, cross my arms, or hold the cane. I'm going to extend gently until my heel touches the floor. I lean a little, transfer my weight onto my right leg, and then I go back and return to the starting position. As you can see, it's quite intense, and that's why I invite you to grab the cane or do it near a wall. Let's do it 10 times. Up with the right leg extended forward, I let myself drop. The heel touches. I shift my weight forward. Now the weight is on my right leg, and then I go back and I balance on my left leg. Let's do 10 reps, but it depends on your ability. If it hurts to put weight on it, you can do 3, 4, or 5. It's okay. If you can handle it and you're skilled, we can go up to 10 easily. 3. I slowly extend and lower my leg. I don't want you to fall. Suddenly, I lean, transfer, shift the weight back, lean on the cane, and return to the starting position. 4. Leg forward, I place my heel down, gently straighten my knees, transfer my weight forward, go back, and transfer my weight backward. Tough exercise. Come on, just 5 left. And if it caused you pain, it's okay if you stop the exercise halfway. Forward. And if you're a very capable person, we could also do it with your arms crossed in front. This is actually much more demanding than it appears on screen. I'm heading back. Single leg balance 7 in front, support. Slowly, I transfer my weight. As you can see, everything is very smooth, very harmonious, very slow. 8. In front. Slowly. Behind. 9. In front, slowly. Behind. And 10, great exercise, great feeling. With this, we finished the most demanding part of this small set of movements, and we're going to move to the couch for the more pleasant and fun part. We finish with a very pleasant pulling position. What it's aiming for is to separate the joints in your knee and create a suction effect. So the herniated cartilage and extruded cyst can go back inside. For this pose, where we're going to need a weight like this, but be careful, okay? Because putting it on from the beginning and getting into position is going to be very complicated. You're going to need the help of another person, especially if you have knee pain. I'm going to show you here by myself because no one can help me but you at home. I hope you have someone who can place that weight on your heel, on your ankle, so you can do the exercise correctly. First, place that weight on your ankle, which again can be done by a family member or a friend, whoever you have. It doesn't have to be anyone specific. You can use a kilo of rice or anything at home as weight. There's no need to buy anything. Next, we're going to lie face down slowly and place that foot to the outside. The trick is to have your foot completely to the outside, as you can see here, and to make sure you're in a comfortable position. If this position already causes some pain, the exercise is not recommended. If after staying like this for a little while, a couple of minutes, you notice there's no pain at all, we can move on to the actual exercise, which is to place a pillow right under your knee. What this will do is give you a greater lever arm, work the knee more in extension, and put much more tension on our joint. As you can see, the weight is barely supported by the tibia, putting the entire posterior chain under tension. If the weight area is supported, the tibia is too. You can come down a little bit more so that leg is completely suspended, and from here, relax, let your leg drop, and enjoy. You don't need a lot of pressure. You don't need a lot of weight. What you need is to maintain the tension for 5 to 10 minutes. Essential. Notice how the leg rotates as you turn sideways. Ensure your foot tip, as shown, always points toward the floor. This way the effect will be much greater. And here you can grab a book, a phone, whatever you want. You can watch a movie and rest for 10 to 15 minutes. From 5 to 15 minutes, starting with short periods to see how your knee reacts. What did you think? We've worked on mobility, we've worked on strength, we've done an extremely challenging exercise with the stairs, and finally, we've done this activity. Remember, it's better to have the help of a second person. Once you're comfortable with that weight and your foot outside, add the cushion, as the sensations will be much greater. How do we work on this? We pick the exercises that work for us, likely all, and do 2-3 sets of 10 reps. We've completed one set of 10. Within this video, you just have to add a second and a third set to make it more effective. And if this works for you, I'm sure that X will end up being reabsorbed. The important thing is not to stop there, but to keep exercising so that this situation doesn't happen again. To build strong thighs and quadriceps that will help you improve your quality of life and reduce pain in the long term. What if you want to eliminate knee pain for good? I've also left you a very interesting video which will appear right here in the upper right corner of the screen. So you can click on it, watch it, and learn everything you need to improve your situation. That's all from me. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying with me until the end of the video, and I hope to see you again in one of my other videos. Bye friends. Un.